October 29th, and this is The View with Catherine Chang. Today's topic is the FBI press conference and Biden versus Trump. First, I have to say that the FBI did hold a press conference last night. However, to everyone's surprise, the FBI didn't mention anything about Biden or the China smoking email. The FBI just held a press conference talking about the Operation Fox Hunt, 猎狐计划. It also can be considered as playing as a Chinese card, but, not about Biden. I think there are two major figures who might have new evidence regarding Biden's family's investment in China. One is, talking about who Hunter Biden referred as the China spy chief, Patrick Ho, He Zhiping, and the other is Bob Linsky. Why? Here are some points. A. FBI held a press conference last night hosted by Assistant Attorney General John Demers, and he announced that the United States will prosecute 8 Chinese spies involving in the Operation Fox Hunt. And those Chinese spies were accused of representing China to threaten or to use other methods to the target persons to force them to return to China. B. 4 years ago, on October 28th, the FBI announced to investigate the Democratic presidential candidate Hillary's email gate. So when FBI announced that it would have a conference on October 28th, people started to speculate that it might have something to do with Biden's smoking email. However, it has nothing to do with that. So my question is, what about what Donald Trump said in Nebraska that some bad news just came out on Biden? You will find out that tomorrow. So what exactly is the bad things that Trump referring to? C. As to Patrick Ho, He Zhiping, I kind of wonder, will there be anything new to burst out before the election? Why? Because I think Patrick Ho has a tight relationship with the Biden family's investment in China. Well, let me refresh the whole relationship to you. We know that Hunter Biden and the CFC China Energy Chairman, Ye Jianming, this is Ye Jianming, and both of them together established a company called the Sino-Hawk Holdings. And Patrick Ho, this is Patrick Ho, and actually he's a senior assistant to Ye Jianming. As to, we're talking about Bob Linsky, he is the CEO of the Sino-Hawk Holding. This is Bob Linsky. So you got all the 3 triangle thing, right? And one thing to point out, Patrick Ho and Ye Jianming seem to disappear now. Patrick Ho was investigated by the FBI in 2017 for bringing the president, kind of bribing for the Chap president, and was sentenced to 3 years in prison. And he was released from the prison and returned to Hong Kong on June 8th this year. As for CFC Ye Jianming, he was investigated by China in 2018, and that is exactly 1 year after Patrick Ho was investigated. According to the South China Morning Post, Xi Jinping personally ordered the investigation of Ye Jianming. Well, these contents are kind of consistent with the Hunter Biden's audio that was exposed yesterday. In the audio, Hunter Biden complained that the New York Times calls to ask information about Patrick Ho and also complained that his partner had disappeared. I think there might be more stories between the Biden family, CFC, and the Sino-Hawk Holdings. China might also have more evidence in the hand. I think the 2020 U.S. presidential election is more unpredictable and kind of changeable because of the Chinese factor. What will happen? We still have 5 days to go. Here are the top stories. Today we have 3 confirmed cases. They are all imported cases, and they came from the United States, the Philippines, and Indonesia. First, I want to talk about an unfortunate accident in Taiwan. Today, an F-5E fighter crashed off in Taitung, Taiwan this morning. According to the news, an F-5E fighter jet crashed into the sea north of Zhihang Air Base less than 2 minutes after taking off at 7:30 a.m. today. The fighter planes were driven to the sea in order to protect the villagers. F-5E fighter pilot Chu Kuan-meng died in the line of duty at 9:27 a.m. after he was sent to Taitung Memorial Hospital. Taiwan Ministry of National Defense stated that the pilot has successfully ejected from the jet before impact and was soon rescued. However, he did not make it. President Tsai sent condolences to Captain Chu's family. President Tsai said in the 42nd Veterans Day activity that the Ministry of National Defense must find out the cause of this accident. Also, Taiwan Ministry of National Defense responded to the accident. Chief of Staff of the Air Force Command of the Ministry of National Defense, Zhiwei, held a press conference today, and he said that the F-5E fighters troops will completely stop flying and will carry out special inspections and investigations operations. Additionally, Taiwan Ministry of National Defense sent condolences on Facebook. It said, over here you can see this is F-5E, and here it's deeply grieved. It said, who else beside me? The determination to defend the airspace of Taiwan will not stop. On the other hand, even under such a situation, China's provocation did not miss out today. Chinese fighter once again entered Taiwan's southwest airspace at 8:54 a.m. today, while the F-5E fighter crashed into the sea this morning. Taiwan Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that China's provocation is not only against Taiwan. Minister Joseph Wu had a video conference yesterday with the U.S. think tank, U.S.-Taiwan Constellations on Democratic Governors in the Indo-Pacific region, and he said that we are determined to defend ourselves. We know we are not alone in this battle. We deeply appreciate the staunch support of the United States. As to the U.S. presidential election, I wanted to mention about President Tsai. President has said that Taiwan will promote ties with the United States regardless of election outcome. And she said, no matter which party's candidate wins the election, Taiwan will continue strengthening its relationship with the U.S. while upholding the values of freedom and democracy. For the latest information, I want to say that the National Post disclosed Hunter Biden's latest email. And the National Post published with the title, Huffy Hunter Expenses Email. Biden claims that he is managing director at Chinese military-linked firm CFC, and he demands massive cash reimbursement. And it said in the email, which involved, we can talk about the Marvin Yan, Yan Mo-wen, and under the Chinese Communist Party link, Dong Gongwen, and Joe Biden's brother, Jim Biden, alludes a dispute over money owed to Hunter Biden. This email is titled to Marvin and Kevin. Marvin is Yan Mo-wen, and Kevin is Dong Gongwen. Hunter Biden said in the email that, I'm the managing director of CFC. I have complete authority as to who I hire and who I fire. He also said, if you refuse to sign the wire, Kevin, I will seek to have you removed from the board. I will bring suit in the Chancery Court in Delaware, which, as you know, is my home state, and I am privileged to have worked with and know every judge on the Chancery Court. So you can see that is what Hunter Biden said. Actually, the latest poll, according to the Resman Report polls, it showed that Joe Biden got 47% of the supporting rate, and Trump got 48%, and Trump lead 1%. Well, that will be the view for today. And this is Catherine. As for the latest information, I hope we can see each other again tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.